This place is the
Here's
town's
hoping for a
Lots to
decent
do,
haul.
and precious little time.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
This might be worth a read.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with him.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. We've got goblins! One might confidently call that a resounding victory. That reminds me, we've not counted a thief among our number for some time. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Where ought we to go now? Let me get that. Has been drenched.
see you recognise my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honoured to serve.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
This is generally used as a material. Might we remove this hindrance somehow? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? Look there. I espy another statue.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on. Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Job, this.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
So tired. I barely the vim to tie my boots.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Goblins, Master! Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true. Really now, what are you doing? I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. We've got goblins! A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I did my best to match your skill, Master. What's more, we've not counted a thief among our number for some time. Let me get that. This is generally used as a material.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops!
Here we go again. The force of this torrent becomes fuel for our own weapons. Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing.
seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
When their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Skeletons, there! If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. It is dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Very well. I shall return.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, He is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? I cannot afford a moment's incaution.
Where was I headed? Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Townspeople depend on me.
I'm in fine fettle today.
A tad rowdy,
But I shan't complain.
Where will the wind
Our
blow
soldiers
me
need
today?
better training.
Lots to do.
do?
Falls on me to resolve this.
I suppose I better give the ox some feed. Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Might head to market. I have need of a few things.
I shall be on top form today. I can feel it.
Just nodded off for a moment there.
You don't know a town till you've met its people.
Wants to try and enjoy life.
Have an early supper.
This might be worth a read.
What should I get up to today?
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Interested in my wares?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you...
Very well. I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spawns can contract beyond the rift, that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
I could almost nod off where I stand.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Let's take it easy today.
Master, idle chatter shan't do our cause any good. Where ought we to go now?
Now here's a welcome sight. Interested in my wares?
Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
Are you certain you're happy to have me along?
Take it easy today.
Got to find out what this time is. And some. "'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Where to now?
Who to talk with first? This isn't much to go
It's on me to bear what your shoulders climb. What I wouldn't give.
Well, welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There are only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
It's our duty to bring the beasts low.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, this mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Welcome.
Lovely crowd. Anything.
Welcome.
I'll have an early supper.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
I suppose I ought to run along.
Gotta be somewhere to make some good coffee.
Plenty of gossip.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Well met, sir.
What's the shame?
Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Plenty of gossip to be had here. What's to do?
Oh dear.
Precious
What
little
am I
time.
to do?
It's been a hard day.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Lots to do. Sounds precious little time.
Would that I could spend all day here. I'll have an early supper.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
What a racket.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Certain vocations are unavailable at present. Save to applicants. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
I'd fight better if I had an elf to
I'll
keep me
seek
warm.
out a town I've yet to visit.
Well met, sir. At least my back's not acting up today. Bleeding Hermitons.
Peruse at your neck.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
So tired. Barely the vim to tie my boots.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well. Nice place this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
I've been here so long.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Peruse at your leisure.
Oh, I could use a rest.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life. Must neglect my ledger. Best to keep
What should
track
I
of
get
my
up
own
to
things
today?
when I'm here.
At last, the puzzle begins to take
Got to try
Oh
to enjoy
dear.
gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I lament this calling I've chosen.
Townspeople depend on me.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
My back isn't what it used to be.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
Time to get to work.
Might as well hang about. I'm in no rush.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
Sprinkle of misfortune can make a pleasant spice.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
Living's hard. But dreams are free.
We cannot break it from this side.
Really? Now?
Not waking anything.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
No challenge is beyond our combined might.
Indeed, you are correct.
What am I supposed to do about it?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Well done! Not bad.
Tis a bit early to be thankful. The enemy yet remains.
I concur.
Shit!
You're trying to piss me off.
I will protect you.
Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
It's best to leave harmless creatures be.
I'm done for.
Darn it. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Damn us! A hot bucket!
Those who employ lightning against his foes.
Well done, Master.
Too fast for you!
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Come to think of it, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Would that I could spend all day here.
Our traits.
Slimes, there! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Are we ignoring the enemy today?
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
I quite agree. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing! 'Tis a foe worthy of caution. We will save our best.
By your leave. First and foremost, we want to knock it off balance. It'll prove a much easier target when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory. Sightem's tusks are precious indeed. Let us endeavour to obtain them. What good will that do us if we don't survive? Must be.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Aware of it.
Prison has been drenched.
man.
It is certainly worth a try. One of us is ready.
Well done.
More careful. Really putting those limits. Still taking the initiative, I'll have you know.
Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly oblige. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Tis pleasantly cool here, what with a canopy overhead.
We are not alone here. Monsters lurk nearby. I sense them.
Right you are.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
You really pushing your luck. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Oh, God.
This one's shaking.
Shut up.
You're bleeding mine.
I'm not risking my life for repentance. Is this some sort of joke? I'm not laughing. Suppose I'm tired. I barely slept a wink.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Let us see what you're made of.
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Would anyone care to push?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Focus. The battle continues.
Splendid.
An exemplary performance.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Lee! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
All done then?
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Right you are.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. Goblins, master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait right there. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Take that! Forgive me, Arisen. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
How dare you?
Sleep or a comfy bedroll.
quite enough.
Uh-oh. Perhaps it's time I started taking this seriously.
Do you mean to suggest you've only been playing till now? Well done!
Stand strong. We'll pull through yet.
Prepare yourself! I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melve again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melve. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We ought not keep the recipient waiting.
Function. Oh, it's a lot.